Hello everybody, my name is Brandi Franken and I am a local decorator in my area, and today I wanted to go over briefly some of the pros and cons to owning a print and cut system. And we are definitely skipping forward. I will at some point do an introduction video on what to expect when you do order a print and cut system from Stahls, but we're going to skip forward and I'm going to tell you all the pros today to having and owning a print and cut system. On Monday, I received a 300 koozie order. Today is Wednesday. I source these from S&S Activewear. I am in Colorado and they are located in Texas. And I always receive my products within 2 days from S&S Activewear. And I have to complete these by tomorrow for my customer, and thankfully I have a print and cut system and I am able to complete and decorate and have this order done within 3 days because I do own a print and cut system. As I mentioned, it's the SG2300, which is the 30-inch print and cut system, and it can print banners, printable HTV, stickers, decals, pretty much anything that has to do with decorating apparel and hard goods. However, today we are going to be focusing on decorating the koozies. Okay, so I'm going to show you what to expect when you do use your print and cut system, and how easy it is to print, cut, weed, mask, and apply your decal to the garment of your choice.
This is what it looks like when it's printing. I am printing 150 at a time. Once it prints all of the logos that I desire, it's going to backfeed the material and then cut each one individually. I'm using soft opaque too. It's a very easy material to use and weed, which is why I chose it. It's done printing, so now it's going to backtrack. Look at this. It's a really fun process. It can take just a moment. It's amazing to watch. I could watch my machine all day long if I had the opportunity and the time.
I have everything print and cut, and as you can see, I am sitting on the floor. I always work on the floor because I don't have a big enough bench, A and B. It's just easier for me. I'm short, and I always clean my floors almost I'm not going to say daily because that would be a lie, but I probably clean my floors every other day to make sure that they're super clean. And remember that this is printable HTV, so there is a carrier on the bottom, and you're not going to dirty the material, especially if you're really clean. So I'm going to show you how easy it is to weed this soft opaque too. Okay, the weeding process has started. Just like any other type of material that you use, you just find a corner and you start to pull away. There's no resistance. I'm using soft opaque too, as I mentioned to you before, and it's super easy to use. You just have to be patient. Make sure you're not going to tear off part of the design, which I haven't done yet. I always make sure that my blades I use are always super sharp, so newer, and they're not dull, so I don't have any problems. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of waste if you try to cut with a dull blade. Okay, so we have the weeding process done, and our next step is to use a low-tech mask. And I am choosing a low-tech mask because there are hardly any details for our logo. A and B, it's very, very small. So this is a great option for anything that has very, very few details. And I'm not sure if you noticed, but when you do an HTV, you don't have to mirror the design itself because you're going to be using a mask. And it's a little different from when you cut your HTV. So if you were wondering why I didn't mirror my logo, that is why. So let's see, I'm using a 20-inch, I believe, yeah, 20-inch soft opaque 2 roll. So I'm going to be using a 20-inch mask today as well. It's a super easy process. I'm not going to record myself doing the entire thing, only a little part so that this doesn't turn into a 5-hour long video. So here you go, watch me. Okay, second to our last step, everybody, is to separate the mask from the carrier. And I always make sure that I take my squeegee to get all the air out so that when you go to separate it, it all separates really good. And it's typically a really easy process. I have really short nails right now because it's summer and we're always outside. So you just separate. This is the carrier on the bottom, the mask is on top. Off pretty easily. And then I always try to preheat my material, and I only do it for about 3 seconds. And we're using soft opaque too, just in case you forgot. The application for soft opaque 2 is 250 degrees, medium pressure, 5 to 7 seconds. This is a great product to use on sensitive type of fabric such as koozies because they are 100% polyester. And from my own experience, I did this once with sublimation, and with sublimation, you need a high heat of about 360 degrees. And I remember I scorched and shrank my koozies that I used. So this material is pretty phenomenal. It's a hot peel. It's freaking amazing. It is so phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Hot peel. Okay guys, let's go to recap on the roll-in print and cut system. As you know, I was able to successfully fulfill a 300 koozie order, and prior to owning this system, there is no way that I would have been able to fulfill an order of that magnitude because I didn't have the supplies, and B, I didn't have the ability in-house to be able to do that. So the roll-in has been a huge game changer for me personally because I am always able to fulfill last-minute rush orders. And the really great benefit to last-minute rush orders, as you know, as decorators, is that we get to charge more money, and so it's more money in our pockets. And it really shows how innovative and dependable you are to your customers. And thirdly, word of mouth. If you are able to successfully fulfill a rush order for a customer, just imagine the other customers that you can potentially get from that one customer and fulfilling that last minute rush order for them. And that is why I love my print and cut system. I really hope that you're able to take something out of this content that I did create for you. And I am going to be making more videos, as you know. And my next big project is going to be decorating a canopy. And I'm really curious to see if the soft opaque 2 will be a material that I can actually use, because it is a material that you can heat apply at a very low temp of 250 degrees. So be on the lookout for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon.